Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And please help me welcome to the channel Jean of SUNPSYCHIC Jean. Hello, dear.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for hosting, Marina. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. My pleasure. It's always nice to get together and, you know, do readings, do whatever, and catch up on things. And hello, Debbie Smith. Hello, Gary. Nice to see you here. And who else do we have? We've got Falguni. I hope that you're still here. Falguni asked a question, a personal question. And so yeah, we'll get to those in a little bit. And I will just to business end of things out of the way. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to both our channels. I have in the description of the video, I've got the link to Jean's channel. So make sure that you go over there and do that. And if
the same, have Marina's link in the show notes below. If you're watching on my channel, please do go over and subscribe to Marina's Heart Center Tarot.
Thank you. Thank you. And yes, we are simulcasting. So you should be able to see it on both channels. The only thing is, if anyone who is in my chat, the folks that are in Jean's chat, you won't see each other's comments or questions. We see them all. You'll just see whatever is in that particular room. So yes, we'll definitely be taking your questions. Only thing is, let's not do politics. Let's do personal. Let's do the questions that that you have that are sort of front of mind for you right now. Mm-hmm. So it's always nice to take a little break from what's happening in the world and say, let's just concentrate on the folks that are here. So thank you for being here. And Blue Crescent Tarot, thank you for being here. Artist Liz, hello. I hope, Artist Liz, that you're getting better every single day. And Rose Blue, butterflies are free. Excellent. So, Jean, what has been happening with you? What have you been up to? Lots of exciting things.
I had a very successful and fun psychic fair on Sunday, and it was in Frederick, Maryland, which is about an hour away from my house. And I did reading of the room, and Linda Kennedy came. I'm not sure if you know who Linda Kennedy is. One of our community members here. Mm-hmm. And she actually just started her own channel, and she came to support me and say hello. It was so nice to see her. And it was, you learn something new every single time. Yes. And I had this woman who unfortunately lost her daughter, and she was, crying even before she sat down in my chair. And I connected with her daughter, and her daughter showed me, I am clairvoyant. Her daughter showed me such beautiful imagery. And I said, how you look up the night sky where there's like a million stars? I said, it's like that, but like she's white and luminescent with like a million stars in her. She showed me her light body, her luminescent body. Yes. It was just so beautiful. And I said, she's learning on the other side. She's with one of her teachers. And she showed me her walking next to one of her teachers. And just like I saw the back of them walking away from me, and they were learning, and it was just so amazing, the imagery that this yes. woman's daughter was showing me. And we went through and validated some things for her. And I said, she wants you to make one of her favorite meals so that she could remember what it tastes like. She says, I do that. She goes, I say, this bite is for you. And then she takes a bite. I said, you do already? I thought I was like going out on a limb, Yes. She's like, I already do that. I said, she loves it when you do that. Oh my gosh, there was just so many validations. it was so beautiful. And then she said her daughter is an artist. She used to paint all the time. I said, well, you would not believe the imagery that she's providing for me. It was, I mean, I was taken back. It was like so beautiful. I never saw that before. And I was just felt so privileged and honored to be able to connect. You just never know what you're going to connect
Exactly.
with.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. And that is part and maybe even a large part of why we do what we do, is because people are they're looking for answers, they're looking for validation and so on, and if we can provide it, why not? Absolutely. So
It's it's
fabulous.
just it is reassuring to know that, I mean, we all know that life goes on. We all know that we don't die, and we all know that, there is life after life here. And
Yes.
but to actually see it and to
Yeah,
feel the feeling, it's just to be able to take a peek and to help somebody. It changes
totally.
you. It just changes
Totally.
you.
Totally. Absolutely. So thank you. We've had a few folks that have come in, and just want to say hello to them. Michelle Krantz, Play Love Remember, Christine Thomas, Stacy Brown, Laura Hammond Davids, Our Shining Lights, Blue Crescent Tarot, Avanisha, thank you, Andrea Hack. I'm going to learn English one of these days, I swear. Andrea 54 Hector, and Sherry Voices from the Swamp, who is listening while driving. Hey, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
Yes, yeah. You guys are, did you say you're doing a show with
Yes,
Sherry tomorrow?
I
Yeah.
will be on with Sherry tomorrow on her channel. I'm looking forward to it. Yep.
Wonderful. Excellent. Excellent. And Miss Sherlock, thank you for being here. So we do have some questions, and I'll just remind you, for those of you that have just submitted the questions, I already have them, but anybody else, please put it in all caps, because it just grabs my attention, and I can see it. And excuse me. And you're more than welcome, Karen Doyle. So, Rose Blue says daytime or slumber party. I think it's your show with Sherry is
It's
daytime.
daytime. Yeah. When the sun goes down, so do I.
Yeah. Yes, I get that.
I I tried it one time with Scott Scorpio. I popped on like around 8:30, and I was getting tongue-tied and I could not think clearly.
Yes.
It's just extra difficult. I just am not as, bright and aware as I am during the day.
Yes, I get it. I get it. Okay. And let me see. I've got you in there, and Avinsha, yes, I did. I already have your question in there, so you don't need to post it again. And Edward Kenneth and Christine Thomas and KK. I save here the Airbnb. All righty. Okay, so the last question that I have is from MLR, and that's 11 questions. So I'm going to say questions are closed for now. Let's get through those, and then if we have time, then we'll put it. I'll put it back up. So let me just put that in there. There we go. Okay, so let's get started. First on the list was Falguni, who says, I miss someone deep inside. How is that person feeling? Does she even remember me?
What is this person's first name?
Yeah. Falguni, what is this person's first name?
And I think that while I'm saying that, I think that sometimes when we have somebody who is extra special in our lives, and then they're no longer there, it's the feeling of how they made us feel. Oh, you don't have to reveal. No, that's all right. You could just,
Yeah,
I don't know. It just helped me to
right.
connect to her. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to you, Mr. Falguni, or
Yeah.
yeah, the first letter is A. Okay, that's fine. And you know, it's the way that they made us feel that you miss. It's the it's the shiny, vibrant, um, frequency that you miss. It's the, you know, it's how they reflected back to you, the way that they adored
Yes.
you that you miss. And I do understand that you miss her, and that, or A, and that A is very special to you, but she's not the uh I don't know, the only thing that is the only opportunity for you. There's more opportunities. This is to show you what is possible. It is not to show you what would have been. It's not that you've missed an opportunity that should have been. It's that it was shown to you to show you what could be possible. And it could have been also that you and her had a past life together, and that you had that type of a connection, a soul connection, and you
Mhm.
recognize that and and resonated with that. And now that she's no longer, in your life, and you think about her a lot, it's just because of that soul connection. Um, yeah, I think that she does still think about you and remember that soul connection fondly, but I don't think that she thinks about you like, I wonder if I'm going to see Valguni again. I think it's just that she looks back at it fondly, for sure, because souls are meant to be in our lives for a certain duration of time.
Yes.
And if it's meant for them to leave and to move on to something else, it is orchestrated. It's like divine orchestration at work. So I hope that answers your question.
Absolutely. And I pulled some tarot cards. I pulled two tarot cards, and they absolutely confirm what Jean is talking about. And that yes, we remember people because of the way that they made us feel. You may not always remember what they said, but you will always remember how they made you feel. So, and I do agree that people come in for a lifetime, other people come in for a season, and I think this was one of those relationships. I start off with the Eight of Cups, and that's the need to look at something and to walk away from it. So you can you can get nostalgic. You can think about you know how did how much fun you had with that person, how they made you feel, some of the conversations that you had. But you also need to recognize that, yes, the lesson in there is if they are not in your life right now, is because they're not supposed to be. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that um, that they're a bad person or that this was something that was never going to work out. They came in for a while, and they came in to leave you with some of those feelings. I then got the Six of Pentacles, and whenever I see this card, I always think it's the guy is weighing the scales, and it reminds me of each according to his need. So when the two of you got together, you each fulfilled a need that the other one had at the moment. Once that was done, then circumstances come up, things come up, and um, yeah, and you just go your separate ways. So, excuse me, it's not a case of you weren't good enough people to get together. it's just a case of, yeah, there was a lesson. I think you learned that lesson, and the lesson is that, you know, you can, the same feelings that you have about this person, you can have about someone else, right? Just honor the relationship, say thank you for the relationship, thank you for the messages and the things that you taught me. I wish you nothing but the best, and if our paths should ever cross, that'll be great. And if I never see you again, that's okay too. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and
I hope.
Falguni says, "I don't know why I miss her a lot. It's not her that you miss, it's you.
Yeah,
It's who you were when you were together with her. It's who she made you
yeah,
feel. It's the connection that you felt in your soul, when you were with her. And I think that if you were to bump into her again or run into her again, that it wouldn't be the same magic. That
yeah,
magic was there to teach you, to show you about you and about what is possible. If she's not the magic, you are the magic. That was to enliven and awaken that part of you so that you can feel that again. It's not her. She's not the answer. You are the answer. This,
yeah,
you have to check in with yourself.
yeah, absolutely. So I hope that you found that. I was very scared to talk to her. Yeah, it happens. It happens. All righty. And let me see.
Oh, Sherry says Mel's back in the hospital, and everybody say a prayer, send healing energy. Mel's so sweet, isn't he?
Yes,
Such an
absolutely.
important part of the community.
Absolutely. Okay. And Vandana, can you please tell me what is the color of my aura? What is the color?
I think it's green and blue.
Yes, blue. Yeah.
Because typically the auras are a reflection of our chakras, and I checked red, orange, yellow. As soon as I hit the green and then the blue, and then so green and blue is like an aqua color, and you have many different auras, and I think you do go into like the magenta and the indigo, not, the magenta and the violet, and a little bit too. But this changes
Mhm.
from moment to moment and from day to day. So, but right now it's mostly green and blue, your heart chakra and your throat chakra, and that high heart, that in between.
Yeah. Yeah. I think when I read the question, the first thing that popped to me was blue. So yes, absolutely. I do agree with that. I think um, it's nice to know what um, kind of what our aura is doing, and you can tap into your own aura if you start at let's say put your hand by your throat, and how does it feel, and then move it down. How does it feel? So um yeah, you can tune into yourself, but I'm getting blue, a lot of blue. And and Vandana said, what does blue green color signify? Do you want to say that
I'm
again? Because you did,
I,
yeah.
I'm getting that it's the heart chakra, which is the love and uh, um, the adoring love. And I feel like the throat is your communication. And I feel like you have a way of communicating in a loving way. And this is, you're asking for communication through a loving source. I feel like you do tap into this. I do see a lot of the green around you. Your heart chakra, you have like compassion and kindness, and you have good intentions when you know interact and listen. It's all, and it does change. Like if you were to hear uh, something were to happen and you had a leak under your sink or something, then your aura would change to concern and worry. Like it does reflect our current state. That's why it's
Mhm.
important for us to stay in that current state of flow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to kind of on the back of that, as Steele said, interesting. How can one tell whether or not an aura is blocked versus what is their aura moving down the body? And how would those two things feel differently?
I think there's different symptoms for a
Yes.
chakra or an energy center to be totally blocked, and it would be something that was perpetual or persistent.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And that think of it in terms of you walk into a room and all of a sudden you start to feel anxious. If you check in with your solar plexus and say, okay, am I anxious or is this someone else's? Intuitively, you'll be able to tell. If you trust that intuition when it says no, it's someone else. Okay, all right, I can release that and it can go back to them. It doesn't belong to me. So yeah, there you go. Hopefully that was helpful. Okay, and we'll go. Well, oh, sorry. Avinasha, did I give my best? Need angel guidance waiting to hear. Do you feel that you did your best?
Well, what is the situation? Was there somebody who crossed, or did you take a test? I mean, I don't know what the gravity of the situation is, but my pendulum is saying yes, regardless of whether it was a matter of the heart or a matter of ability or completion. I'd get a definite yes. It's a very strong yes.
Mm, yeah. Okay. So you're you did do your best. You're don't overly focus on that. I get the 10 of swords. Don't let that consume you and become your, oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. We all have perfect 2020 hindsight, right? It's at the moment. Did you do what you needed to do at the moment? And I get the page of cups. Yeah, emotion. And so as long as your intention is pure, yes, absolutely, you most certainly did enough. So all right, I hope you found that helpful. My words. Yeah. Okay. And I will remind you guys that for right now the questions are closed. And once we get through these questions, if there's time, then I'll certainly open it up and ask for a few more. But
it was her exam results, and if you did your best, then hope for the best. If you start talking yourself out of it and saying, I feel like it's not going to come out good, you're actually changing the energy of the
yes,
results of your test.
yes,
So the more you doubt yourself, it is not pride. It is not beautiful for you to talk yourself out of something that is, for you to change what you don't know yet. The fear is very negative energy, and it'll prevent you from success moving forward. And it won't be as sweet of success. What you do is, no matter what the score is, you did your best and you feel good about it, and walk away. The score means nothing if you did your best. You
yes,
did better than your best. You feel good. And
yes,
that's the most important part. please don't, switch that around and change that energy to worry and doubt. That really is just clouding everything and stealing all of your joy. It
Yeah,
is, it is not, it's not conducive. It's not helpful for the situation. So please be
exactly.
kind to yourself.
Exactly. Okay. And artist Liz says, could you please ask my brother John if I will get more help with my medical issues? What can he tell me moving forward? I'm having PTOT as well as nurses visits, more testing to figure out what happened. Yeah, Liz was in the hospital for almost 2 weeks
Oh
and
my
just got home
gosh.
last night. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that was that was going on. So yeah,
Well, I feel your brother John is in spirit.
yeah,
And let me see if he's here right now. Brother John, he's real. He's very. He's hasn't left you through the whole ordeal. He's very much sort of orchestrating the nurses and telling them what to do and making them move faster and double check and bring this. Make sure you don't forget that. He's keeping on them to make sure that they're doing their best for you, and it's
yeah.
very favorable. Will I get more help? Will Liz find out the get help to find out what happened?
Mm-hmm.
He's saying be patient. He's saying they're not even sure what happened. He's saying that each case is so unique and there's anomalies with your case that it's very unique, and you don't it's not you don't want them to quickly categorize or diagnose something that they're not 100% sure of. Allow the unknown to occur and know that your case is unique. Will they find a remedy and a solution? Will they find it, regardless if they found out what happened? The important part is they know where to go from here. And what caused it to happen, they may not have that information
Yep.
or that certainty in what caused it to happen. There is no definite, they can't find anything that may have caused that to happen, but they're saying that they can remedy it now. But you can, I think that that's the most important part here. And try not to, I don't think that this is is this, let me ask him, John, are you, is this going to occur in Liz's life again? Is this incident? No, it looks like it's a one-time, not like a freak accident, but it's almost like a calamity of conditions or situations that cause this. I don't think it's going to happen again, or John doesn't think it's going to happen again. But you do need to get onto recovery and um, and to get even, improve your health in every way.
Yeah, absolutely. So I start off with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, things changing. So what was unknown will become known. What was difficult will become easier, and so on. And yes, John is very much working from the other side to put things together so that it is the best possible outcome for everyone. And patience, absolutely, patience. Things we always want things to happen now, right? Tell me what's going on in my life right now. Sometimes the answer is you're not supposed to know what's going on right now. You're supposed to have faith and move forward in faith that everything will work out exactly the way that it should. Your mindset, how you view things, um, how you look at the outcomes and the future is what's going to determine sort of the outcome. So I also got the Two of Wands. Setting, looking out, waiting. This is the doctors are reviewing all the different things to see how it is that they come together. And I agree with Jean. They may never be able to come back and say, okay, well, it was your blah 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 that interacted badly with blah, blah, blah. And it happened to be a Thursday at 3 p.m. And we all know what happens Thursday at 3 p.m. So, they may not be able to do that, but they can certainly say, okay, based on what we see, this is what we think it is. Your job, excuse me, your job going forward is to consider yourself as being part of the solution, the Five of Pentacles, and that card usually means kind of being left out in the cold. In this case, I'm reading that as you are going to be a willing participant in your healing. That's what John is working on. He is putting out the information that you need, and is just waiting for you to pick up on it and say, okay. And he's also telling me, don't be too stubborn, because because you've been through so many of these medical issues, he wants you to be open-minded, and don't revert back to that, oh no, I was tested for that in 2011. That's not what it is. Right? So listen to what it is that they're saying and become a willing participant in your healing, and he's going to be there with you. So that's what I get. I hope that's helpful, Liz.
Yeah, he's definitely your advocate for sure.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
I think you're going to be helping the nurses and things, and people that are going to be working with you. You're going to start telling them, giving them readings and stuff.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can tell you the lesions are on my brain. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Thank you, Liz. Thank you for that question, Liz. Okay. And Michelle Krantz, do you see me eventually moving to a condo or small house? You're sharing space.
Will Michelle move out of her current residence by December 1st of 2025? They know what I'm saying, so they go right into the no.
Yes.
Will Michelle move out of her current location by December 1st of 2026? Yes. Will she move by June 1st of 2026? Yes. Will she move by March 1st of no? Will she move by April 1st? It looks like next spring, around this time next year. And will Michelle move into a condo? Will Michelle? No condo. No condo for you. That's a small. Right. You like your own house. You don't like the condo rules. No. Will Michelle move into a small house? Yeah. Will Michelle move into something between a condo and a small house? Will she own her own house? Yeah. Will she have to pay? It's almost like a townhouse is what I'm getting. You'll still have be a part of a community, but you have to pay dues, so to speak, to have, certain amenities. But a condo, to me, I was picturing almost like an apartment, but it's not going to be like that's when you say condo, that's what I think. But it's more of like a townhouse where you own your own house, but they have an association that tells you what to do. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, totally. And the first thing that I got, Michelle, was that you'll actually have a roommate, and this is going to, it's something that maybe you're not exactly thinking of right now, but I think that the opportunity is going to be too good to pass up. So whether that is you getting into your own place by yourself, but it feels like there is someone else that is there with you. And I have the King of Wands, and looking at things, how it is best going to benefit you. This is something that is going to come up, that is, when it does come up, is going to make a lot of sense for you. You're going to go, oh yeah, okay, absolutely, that's how it works. And when that happens, yeah, I get the Chariot, making a decision and moving forward, deciding that this is probably going to be, it's going to be the answer to a lot of the questions that you have. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting. I think I see you with a roommate.
I agree. I checked. It says with a roommate.
Yeah.
Well, with another person. Whether you
Yeah.
call them a roommate or what you call them is up to you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
All the best to you, Michelle.
Absolutely. Okay. Blue Crescent. I would love to hear from my friend Marty, who passed just about 2 months ago. Oh.
So is Blue Crescent still here? I'm going to need her here.
Yeah. Yeah. Please let us know.
You're welcome, Michelle.
Yes.
Is Blue Crescent still here? Just say hello. Hi, Andrea. So nice to see everybody.
Yes.
J Cat Lady.
Yes, Blue Crescent is here. Okay. All right. Okay. What he is saying is, carry on doing what you've been doing. Your the Eight of Pentacles is in kind of perfecting your craft. Continue to do what you've been doing. And he's also saying that, yeah, the person who just recently approached you for a loan, even if it's a small loan, what he's telling me is, if you want to give this person that money and walk away from ever seeing it again, then go ahead and do it. If you're dipping into your savings to help this person out because they're kind of pulling at your heartstrings, and you know they've told you their hard luck story, you'll never see that money again. So he is, and he said he's warned you about this person in the past. He's told you that, you know, stay away. You know, they know how to talk a good game, but there's nothing behind it. He's also saying you may be contacted in terms of, you know, part of his estate that he might have left you. Yeah, he might have left you some money that someone is trying to keep from you. So keep an eye on things that are happening with him, and he's going to guide you through that. Yeah.
So Blue Crescent, I was getting, if you don't mind validating if this sounds like Marty or not. First of all, he showed me himself wearing a hat, which most men do. He is charming and sensitive, a little artistic, yet quiet and smart. He was hardworking, and I feel like he died. What caused him to pass was like a complication from a condition like diabetes or something that was unseen, unknown, or it could have even have been like a heart attack from the diabetes, or COPD from a diabetes. Like it's almost like a compounded type of situation. It was it wasn't the actual condition, but it was complications from that condition. Does any of that make sense? Is this your Marty? Because I want to make sure it's him before I give you a message.
Yeah, totally. He had a heart condition.
but thought it was well controlled. Does he sound okay? She said it makes sense. Was he was sensitive, a little artistic, and quiet and smart and charming. He just seems like a really nice guy, a little bit soft spoken. Um,
Mm.
he's saying don't. He's saying he made it to where he was meant to
Yes.
be. I do see there's cats over there with him, or he has one of your cats. Looks like a cat, a light colored cat with dark colored ears. This is either that or somebody's cat is visiting us right now.
Yes.
But it's he's just saying that he did transition um, effortlessly, and they had a party for him while waiting for him while he got there, and he is safe and secure. And he says he thanks you for remembering him and for all of your concern and for your friendship. He's saying he's sorry for the aftermath. There's some aftermath that he left behind, like maybe his apartment or his house was in not disarray, but
Mm-hmm.
needed to be organized. And there's a lot of pickup or aftermath. So he's sorry about that. But he just wants you to know, thank you very much. Okay, describing him well, that sounds like him. Good.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And she says they saved him actually, but he pulled up the tubes when he came to.
he probably oh, I think he saw a glimpse like before they saved him, and he's like, I'm not coming back here.
Yeah.
Again. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And he didn't say anything about that. He just told me his transition was successful.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And she said not his house, but daycare center he was building. Yeah.
Oh, that was the aftermath. Okay. Yeah.
Totally.
Wow. Interesting. Well, thank you, Blue Crescent.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. And we've got Stacy Brown. Will my finances improve soon? Will my finances improve soon? You might be. I think that they will. I think if you have recently applied to either a position with the government or for assistance or aid from the government, I think it's coming through. So that's what I get.
I do get it favorable. I just can't see if it's you're tightening the belt, saying no, you're letting go of some response or something that's draining your income. I think you may be removing some things that are like if you have cable or cable is like a car
Yeah.
payment. I mean, it's ridiculous. And I'm calling it cable, but you guys know is it
Yeah.
still called cable? I don't even know.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, internet. I think that's a broader term.
We
Whatever.
just did that, she said. This is where you're just gonna get leaner and meaner, and you're gonna be so much better for it.
Yeah,
it's you working with it as well as, but it does look favorable overall. We just did that. I'm telling you, it's the biggest racket. Remember they used to have long distance calls cost a
Yes.
lot to call across the country. It didn't cost anything. It's just they wanted to charge you more. It was the same amount. We know now calls
Exactly.
are just calls.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
Anything to make a buck. Yeah.
$400, Stacy? That's worse than a car payment. You could have been doing a house payment. Oh my gosh.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Ah,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
there you go. You'll be paring back, and yes, things are going to improve. Absolutely. And Edward Kennedy says, my energy has been off all week. Is it due to planetary changes?
Hi, Edward.
Nice to see you here, Edward. Yes.
It's also your consumption. You're not keeping up your energetic practices. I shouldn't say that. They want you to improve your energetic practices. You may be allowing other things into your energy that are draining your energy. I'm trying to temper my words here, but um, it's like I don't know if work or somebody's pushing your buttons, that you're letting things affect your energy. They want you to work on your boundaries and to preserve and to practice building that energy center. And is this related to the to the planetary alignment? Is this yeah, it's also planetary alignment in the cosmos. Is it related to the like Schumann resonance, the planetary harmony? No, not so much the earth energy. Go out into nature. You need to connect with the earth more, do more grounding. Yeah, do your practice, do your boundaries, and try not to let those things drain your energy that we can't control, or that if there's somebody in your ear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there, yeah, I start off with the eight of swords, something coming in quickly. This is also communication. So it is that you might be listening to, or someone is whispering in your ear that that make it feel like this is something that is very good for you, when in fact maybe not. Okay, so it's not a major thing. Just be aware of it, because I also got the Page of Pentacles, and in this case I'm looking at that as your health, your values, and so on. So someone wants you to reconsider some of the things that you find peaceful and comforting, and they want you to consider something else. And then I got the Queen of Cups. So they are kind of well, I'm going to say emotional manipulation, but not manipulation in that it's that horrible thing. It's just that they really want you to come to their way of thinking. If it doesn't work for you, if that is not something that doesn't feel good or feel right, then don't go ahead with it. And yeah, if the energy is off, it's because you're being pulled away from your center. You're being pulled away from something that that you value, right? Pentacles are also values as well. So yeah, just go back to your center and listen to you, because you're the only one that knows how things are going to work out for you and what's best for you. So yeah, you can thank them very kindly and say, you know what, this is, that sounds like a great idea, and it might be for someone else, but I appreciate your concern. Right?
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's what I get. Okay.
Oh, he says thank you resonates.
Perfect. Thank you, Edward. Okay, Christine Thomas, and we're getting down to the end. So let me tell you who I have left on here, and we'll see what we can do. But I've got Christine Thomas, KK, and then MLR. So if you guys can let us know you're here, then yeah, we can just carry on. So Christine Thomas, will the move for me to North Carolina still happen in the near future? All right. Christine Thomas is here. Perfect. Thank you. And just want to thank all of you again for spending part of your day with us. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're looking for a personal reading, reach out to us.
So, Christine, I don't know how near the future it looks. I was not, let me just make sure. No, I'm getting not until like third quarter next year, like even September, October, November kind of time in 26. I asked for this year, it had a certain no. I asked for next year at June and it said around. And then I went all the way to November before I got a yes. It was like around. So you may have some back and forth around that time of year, but by the fall, it looks like, by the fall, it looks like you should be there. Yeah. So it sounds like a substantial delay to me. I don't know how soon you were thinking.
Yes. Yeah, I think that right now I get the 5 of Wands. There's whether it's you and your family, you and those people that are closest to your social circle. There's a lot of discussion that is happening. And, is this going to be good? When should you do it? What are you going to do for work? And so on. There's a lot of varying opinions, and everyone wants you to consider their opinion as having the most value. What you're looking for is the 6 of Swords. You just want to get to calmer waters. You just, where you are right now is not, it's not working for you. It's not making you happy. It's, you're finding it draining, and you never know where the next kind of drama moment is going to come from, and you just want to put all that behind you. I also get the Hermit. So think about, be honest with yourself and determine, is North Carolina the place where you absolutely want to be, or is it just a case of you wanting to get away from where you are? And then take a look at that and see if there's different options, and so on. But be your own counsel. Look at things from your perspective, because no matter where you go, you're the one that's going to be living there, not the people with the opinions. So yeah, I do think that it is going to take a little bit of time. And she says daughter and grandkids live in North Carolina. Okay. Plus issues daughter who lives in North Carolina. Yeah, you want to make sure that you're going there to spend time with your grandkids, to get to know them better. Make sure that you're not going there so that daughter has a ready babysitter whenever she wants. Right? This has got to feel good for you, and it's got to be a good energetic mix for everyone. So, Christine, I hope that you found that helpful.
I think it'll make you feel young again, Christine. And those kids will be so much richer from having that close relationship with you. I think they already do, and they call you and they love to come visit you. And when you visit, and I think it'll just enrich their lives to have you in their life. Yeah.
There you go. Perfect. All righty. KK, may I please get a message from my spirit team? And KK, are you?
Yeah, she said she was here. I saw her.
Perfect. Okay. Message from spirit team.
MR is here too.
Excellent. Okay. So I'm just being told to change the deck. Okay. I always do what I'm told. Spirit team.
So they said it's still important for you to pursue your interests for learning while expanding on or learning from your spirit guides specifically and learning from a structured modality or process. Both of these things will benefit you greatly. To do one or the other is fine, but it's just not enough for you to be able to balance the two, so that you will have you have your own guidance, you have your own insight. They're telling you to improve structure. And for me, that means like a traditional type of learning or training. So that you can process the information and, share the information. They want you to ground. I know, how much more grounded could you be? But no, they want you to ground. They want you to specifically engage in a salt bath. And if you don't have a bath, you probably do, but if not, you can at least put your feet in a salt bath. And it could be Epsom salt. It could be, the Himalayan salt. Either one will work. And detoxifying. Maybe like some celery juice or lemon water, clarifying. More root vegetables. You're going to have your summertime. I think your energy will feel more grounded because you're going to be eating more from the garden, or fresh fruits and stuff. And they're saying that you if you haven't already, you're going to be working with the Galactics. And you want to know how they told me that? They showed me Marvin the Martian. That's
nice. Yeah. Nice. All righty. So what I got, I start off with regret. And that is, I know that I cannot change the past. This is, you're working very, very hard, and your guides recognize that, you're putting in a lot of effort. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Nobody wakes up, after one class and says, that's it, I know it all. I got it all figured out. So don't be too hard on yourself. You are moving at a pace that is absolutely perfect for you. And that's okay. I then get discipline. And that kind of goes with what Jean was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, structure. Yeah, is I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Absolutely, you can. So they're letting you know that they're there. They're there to help you, and they are there to see you to the finish line in what it is that you want to do. You've already expressed to them, this is what I want. So let them bring that forth. Let them bring that in. And again, relationships. when Jean was talking about the galactics, I thought, oh, okay, all right, that I am attracted to those people who serve my highest good. So yes, as they are coming in to communicate with you, take what it is that they are sharing and just go with the flow of it. Don't be too harsh on yourself. If you don't understand exactly what they mean from day one, just do it and know that you can accomplish anything. So I like those. I think that is very nice. That's a lovely message. That is a lovely message. Okay. And I think our last one is from MLR. Am I safe here at this Airbnb? There have been multiple issues.
You mean with somebody coming in? Do you have a way of barricading the door? And there's art that you can look for, like those locks and stuff that you can lock for when you're inside the home, so that even somebody with a key can't get in.
Yes.
You've been here since January. Is it can you tell me, is it an intruder, or is it you having like bumps and bruises? Oh, the door is a sliding door with a hinge. Anyone could knock it off. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are you the owner likes me and made me the host, but then I have to be the bad cop? Oh, okay. Yeah. If you have the opportunity to look at something else, I would certainly do that.
Yeah, you don't need somebody else's problems. Yeah.
No.
Sorry, Marina.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I get the Ace of Wands. Clearly looking out for what it is that that you want, and wands are about desire. They're all about fire. Action, getting things going. So if your intuition is telling you that something is off, the fact that you asked the question tells me that you understand that something is off. Go with that. Go with that feeling. I get the Eight of Pentacles. Your chop wood, carry water. Just do what you have to. It is fabulous that that the owner likes you and whatnot, but are you are a tenant. Do not become an employee. And the Sun. So yeah, things will work out, right? So yeah, do things that make you feel good. Yeah, I'd like to afford it for myself. Cute house. I'm otherwise homeless and unemployed. Okay. Yeah, that there's always ideas out there that if we're just open to them and just open to things that that may appear a little unconventional, that might be it. So that's what I've got. What'd you get, Tina?
MLR, I think overall you're safe. Are you going to have headaches? Are you going to have confrontation? Are you going to have situations? Yes. You're, the same way as if you owned your own Airbnb and you had different tenants come in and different issues occur, whatever it would be. And with you there as a consistent, resident, then the owner can let these things fall on your back. I understand that. But are you getting any part of that income that the owner is? So it's in a multiple bedroom house and you have one bedroom out and he's renting out the other two bedrooms, which is fine. You can rent out, Airbnb one bedrooms, but I feel as though you're safe. You're going to have aggravation. And I would just be clear, only a slight reduction in my rent. Just say, for all of this, I need more of a reduction. And he'll changes, or they'll change their mind. Say, I need more of a reduction for the amount of hassle that I have to go through.
Yes.
Keep asking for more, and then see if it, if it works with you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because if it wasn't, you know what, if it wasn't for you doing those things, he would have to do it himself, which means that it would cost him his own time and effort, or he would have to hire someone and probably pay them more than what you're getting in order to handle that. So you're not asking for something that is unreasonable. You're the watchdog, really, right? You get to be there when the transient people go in and out. So, yeah. Lengthen a nap. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I hope, MLR, that you found that beneficial. And thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us. I'm sorry if we were not able to get to everyone's questions, but you know what? There's always next time. There's always
Speaking of that, I'm going to be on with Gerald and Mark, Spirit Whisperer, at 4:00 today, which is in 1 hour. And we will be doing mediumship readings, and that will be on my channel. And I think we're all simulcasting, so come on by. It'll be a lot of fun.
Excellent. By all means. By all means. So thank you to all of you that were here with us. Appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll just remind you again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And Jean, as always, a pleasure. It was, it's always a lot of fun.
It is. It is. I was only sorry that Gary didn't ask a question. I don't know if Gary's still here, but I was thinking he was wanting to ask a question. Maybe next time, Gary.
Absolutely. Yeah. Sometimes he likes to just come in and go, hey, and that's okay. So, all right, everyone. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, everyone. And we'll see you later. Bye for now.
Bye.